I'm pretty sure I got in. For a full 10 by 10 space is starting at 1,000. I have not made my booth fee back. Good morning, guys. We are officially on market day. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Desiree and I'm a mom of 3 and the owner and maker behind the Handmade Mom. Now in this week's video, we are going to be starting off way in the beginning of the year. We're currently recording this in March of 2024 and you guys are probably watching this, I'd say probably October, November of 2024. I don't know exactly when this is going out yet, but I am applying for a really large holiday market. It is a juried market. Most of the markets that I do are non-juried. I think I've done one, which was the Bloom market. So if you're curious on seeing that market vlog, I will link it for you guys. But that was the only juried market that I've done so far. And this will be my biggest one yet. It is March 29th. It's supposed to be March 30th. So right before Easter. And I'm going to submit the application because they're doing 2 rounds of approvals. First one is going to be on April 4th, and then the next one is like mid-April, I think, or late April, I don't remember. But the first round is April 4th. So I'm going to try to get this stuff submitted and sent in before then, so that way I could be within this first round. It is a 4-day event. So it is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's definitely the longest market that I've ever done. I've done 2 days, which is the showcase market. I have like a special VIP night on Thursday, and then Friday is kind of when like the regular rest of the event starts. So there's that. The booth fee starts at like $500 to $600 for a table, for a 6-foot table. For a full 10 by 10 space is starting at 1,000. So I know what you guys are thinking, that is insane, that is crazy. Trust me, I am not applying for this market just willy-nilly. It is something that I've thought a lot about and I've talked to lots of people about it. So I'm gonna give it a try and we are gonna see. First, I have to even see if I can get in. So that is hurdle number 1. It's still really scary because that is a huge investment to make into a market that I've never even been to. I am just gonna go for it and take a leap of faith and see what happens. So that is what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be applying for the market now and submitting that information, and then we wait. Okay, y'all, we got the email. I look a hot mess. My hair is crazy. It is currently 10:15 at night on Sunday, April 14th, and I got the email from this big market. I don't know if I mentioned the name of the market, but it's the Holiday Ole market, O-L-E apostrophe. So, just got the email. Threw me off. I was not expecting it to get Sunday night 10:15. I haven't actually opened it and read it, but I'm pretty sure I got in. So I ran to grab the camera and we're gonna open this email up together and make sure that my excitement is for what I actually think it is. So, good timing for the washer to go off. It says, let me pick it up. We are pleased to inform you that your business has been selected to participate in the Junior League of San Antonio's 28th Annual Holiday Ole Market. Yay! So I did get it. I'm so excited. It's so exciting. I just kind of read through the email. There's quite a bit of information there. But basically I got in and now I just have to make my first deposit payment for my booth space. Booth assignments have not been given out. Those have not been made yet because I do still have one more round of jury selections. I can go in and see what booth type I was given. So you had to choose between your top 4 options: a 10 by 10 like regular, then they had premium spots, they had corner spots, and then they had table spaces. So I went with a 10 by 10 was my first option, just a standard 10 by 10, and then I think it was a corner 10 by 10, and then a premium 10 by 10, and then I think a tabletop was my top 4 options. There was others as well, like, and there was different sizes too. I'll have to log into my account and see what I was approved for. So that's so exciting. Also nerve-wracking. This was the first step, is trying to see if I could even get in. So yay, I'm so excited. So it is currently Friday, April 19th, and we are going to be finally filling out this logistics form and submitting the deposit payment for the booth space. It's been a few days that I've been trying to do this. I've just been having some issues getting in and finding where I needed to be and all of that. But apparently this is actually a new system that they just implemented this year, and so there's a lot of things that they're figuring out like are happening that they didn't know were going to happen. So a lot of different kinks that are coming up, but they're working through them and they are being really, really helpful, communicating a lot with us, and have been great so far. So now that I have access to that, we can fill that out and then make the deposit payment, which that's probably the most important part, is once I make that deposit payment, then I am booked. I am officially booked for this event. Okay, we did it. We submitted the deposit, so we are officially booked for my most expensive market yet. I'm excited, but I'm also very nervous. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. And pretty much we're gonna start prepping now because I need a lot of inventory to make sure I have enough to be able to make the amount that I'm wanting to make at this event. So yeah, now starts all the prep work. We are only a couple of days away from the start of my biggest market of the season, or biggest market ever, really. So today is Tuesday, October 15th, and earlier today got back from the beach. We went on a family vacation, and so we got back in today, and now we're going full force into like all of the markets that I have. So I have tonight and tomorrow basically to get everything finished up for Thursday. Thursday is setup and also VIP night. So for me, setup is Thursday morning at 10. They do like time blocks for vendors to come in and set up or be able to bring their stuff in. So my time block starts at 10. I'm gonna go do that with my mom on Thursday. But before we get into like the actual market day, right now we are finishing up basically just all the last little bits of things. I need to do pricing stickers, which I have actually changed up and made them more simplified. So I am going to be adding the laser engraving, and it's going to be at a much larger scale than what I did for my last market. That one I only had 2 items available for personalization, and it was a really big hit. So this time I went a little ham on the amount of items for personalization, but I'm so excited about them. They're mostly holiday items. I do still have the 2 non-holiday items from the last market and 1 other non-holiday item, but everything else for personalization is holiday related. I've got prepped everything, I think, for that. I'm looking at my desk and kind of everything that's laid out. I have everything prepped for that. I have all of the new products that are packaged up, ready to go. I just need to add pricing on those. I stamped out some more bags. I need to print stickers for those for my YouTube QR code. On our vacation, I took my bling items to make bling pens, and I did make 4, so I do need to package those. And yeah, I think it's just gonna be a lot of like small little last minute things to finish getting ready for this weekend. Hey y'all, so I'm having a little bit of a freak out. It is currently Wednesday evening and it's about 10:30, and I have not started loading the truck. I'm out here gonna do that now, but I've been inside in my office trying to fix my laptop. I don't know what happened. I was trying to run a cut on my big laser, the M1, and it wasn't connecting for some reason. I made sure the app was updated and then did all of that. Still was not connecting. I don't know what was going on. I didn't change any connections or any wires or anything like that. So then I was like, okay, well, let me just go and do some Googling. One of the things that I read was to close off everything and restart the program. Did that, still didn't work. Then I read another one that said to close out everything and then just restart your computer. So I was like, okay, cool, easy enough. Restart the computer, and now the computer is not turning on. I'm having a mini freak out. A big freak out. Because literally I don't have another way to do the laser on site without my laptop. And the market starts tomorrow. I'm freaking out. I literally don't know what to do. I gave my laptop to my husband and maybe he can figure it out. Normally if I have like any kind of issue, as soon as he looks at it, it's like fixed itself. I don't know. And I'm hoping that's the case. I don't know why the computer's not turning on. I don't know. It is an older laptop, but I haven't really seen like signs of it like going out on me anytime soon. I'm freaking out so hard right now because, like I said, I literally cannot run any personalization. I can't run my laser because I don't have a computer to hook it up to. And even if I did get one, I'd have to go get one, and then I have to, you know, set it all up. I'd have to download the application. I have to get all of my fonts because I did purchase fonts, and I'd have to re-download all of those onto the program. I have to figure out what exact fonts I use because I don't have it written down. I have it saved on my thing. I just literally don't know what to do other than freak out. I know it's not the end of the world. I've done shows without personalization, but this personalization was supposed to be like a big part of my booth this season. And especially at this show, being my biggest one of the season. Okay, I'm gonna just start loading the truck and I will check back in with you guys either later tonight, hopefully with some good news, or I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, guys. We are officially on market day. I am going to set up. It is currently about 9:30 and we are going to head that way to meet my mom at the place to get set up. I am so nervous. I'm so nervous. Okay, first off, let me update you guys about the laptop situation, because last night I know I left you guys with a little freak out, but my husband is absolutely amazing. He got it to work. It took him a couple of hours, but we got it to work. I don't know what happened or how he got it to work, but it's working now. I was able to connect it to my laser and cut what I needed and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, crisis averted for now. We are still on for personalization. And I'm so excited. Now, I'm so nervous. I am so nervous. Like, I am so nervous to the point that I'm like nauseous. And we're only going to set up. We're not even, like, it's not even actually starting until like 6 or 7, I think. But I am like ridiculously nervous. We are gonna go head over there, find our spot. I still don't know what my spot is, like where I'm at. So I'm gonna head over there, check in, find my spot, and then get unloading and get setting up.
Whisper in my ear, we're getting out of here, because you know I love it when you talk like that. I love it when you talk like that.
Hey guys, so I just want to do a quick check-in because the doors are, I think, literally opening right now. I'm super nervous, but I'm really pleased with how things turned out. I do have a few small tweaks that I'm going to do. I wasn't able to get to them tonight before it started, so it's okay, no big deal. Tonight is only a VIP night, so I'm not expecting too much. From everything I've heard, tonight is going to be probably the slowest of all 4 days, so we will see, but I'll check back with you guys in a little bit. Hey y'all, so first hour update, it's just after 7:30 and we have 3 sales so far. So far so good. It is a little bit slower, but we'll see how the rest of the weekend goes. Alright, so update, it is now 9 o'clock, so we have 1 hour left and it's picked up. I set a goal for myself for 10 sales. I'm currently at 8, so I have 1 hour to get 2 more sales. I did have a little wave of personalization items that were sold, which was amazing. I sold in one order 7 of the letters to Santa ornaments, so I'm gonna have to make more. I only have 8 left, so yeah, that's fun, but that's a great thing and we're doing good. So 1 more hour, see if I can get 2 more sales. All right, y'all, so we are all done for day 1, VIP night of the Holiday Ole Market, and I am tired. It was pretty consistent. I was honestly expecting it to be a little bit slower than what it was, so that was good. I did sell quite a few personalized ornaments. Honestly, it took probably about an hour to an hour and a half before things started really to kind of pick up for me. So it was really like nerve-wracking in the first hour or so. Things started to pick up and then from there it was pretty busy all the way until the end. Probably the last 30 minutes or so were not busy. There was really nobody there. There are some things that I am taking note of for future markets and display setups and things like that. I was nervous in the beginning again because I didn't really have much foot traffic coming to my booth. I was really nervous that I chose the wrong layout for the booth setup. Having the personalization up front is great in theory, but it wasn't quite doing what I was expecting it to do, at least today. But I don't want to jump to any conclusions yet because it's still only day 1, and from what I've heard from multiple people, day 1 is the slowest. I'm so exhausted already. But I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. I am not looking at y'all because I am driving to the venue. We rushed a little bit out the door because I was trying to spend as much time as I could with the kids. I didn't get to see them much yesterday, and then I won't get to see them again until tonight, so I was trying to spend every possible minute I could with them. So I did get out of the house a little bit late, but that's okay. We have a coffee, so I'm waiting for that to kick in and that'll be nice. I did not get to make any more ornaments. I cut some of the backer pieces for the letter to Santa, but did not get to put them together. I left the glue at the venue, and then I was so tired. I was so tired. I sat down and started cutting, and I got about on the 3rd cut, I started falling asleep. I am looking forward to today. I am not as nervous as I was yesterday. I'm still nervous, but I'm not as nervous. I know I updated you guys yesterday. It was probably a very groggy and very sleepy update. I did sell so I normally don't do this. I normally don't share, you know, my sales and things like that. Keep in mind that what I make, what I sell at this event is not any kind of guarantee of what you will make at your events, because there's so many different factors to things for what sells in your area. But I thought it would be interesting to share on this one. Plus this booth fee was very, very expensive. I told you guys already that this booth fee was $1,000, and so trying to at least make $1,000 back, so I can at least break even. My first night, so yesterday, I sold $300 roughly, $300 in a short amount of time. I had a goal yesterday of 10 transactions and I hit 9, so I'm pretty pleased with that too. I didn't set a dollar amount goal for yesterday just because I wasn't expecting much. I was just like, if I could get 10 sales, that would be cool. So I got 9, and that was pretty awesome. As far as today goes, we're gonna set a goal that is, I feel like, very realistic. 500, then 700, and 1,000 for like the really awesome goal for today. I think if I could do that, like that would be amazing. Even if I hit the 500 between today, tomorrow, and Sunday, if I do $500 each day, then I will have made more than my booth fee. Alright guys, we found the tacos. So yummy. Although I don't know why I grabbed the plate, because I could have just grabbed the taco. That's okay. Alright, let's head back to the booth. Right. Here we go. Hey guys, so I hope you can hear me. It's a little bit loud in here, but I wanted to come in for the first hour update. It has been pretty busy, like foot traffic wise, but I have not had any sales, so I will check in again in an hour and see how it goes. Okay, quick update. It is 12:20 and we are not doing so hot. It started at 10 and we have 2 sales. So I'm not sure what's going on or what. I don't know if I did something different, changed something up. I don't really know yet. But I'm trying to not let the imposter syndrome hit me, but it's getting hard. We still have quite a ways to go. We're not done until 7 p.m., so we'll see. Maybe things change. So update, it is now 3 o'clock, and we are currently at a total of 10 sales, so it has picked up a little bit. It's still not quite as busy as I thought it was going to be, but better than where we were earlier. Good morning guys, it is the morning of day 3 for this holiday Olay event, and we are tired, but we are up. We're up a little early because we have to take Lala to practice, drop her off early with my parents, and then we're taking the twins to my mother-in-law's house so she can watch them while my husband comes to help me today. So yesterday I did not update you guys for a couple reasons. I was 1, super tired, 2, I had stuff that I needed to do. You guys saw I was working on the restocking of ornaments, and then 3, honestly yesterday did not go how I was expecting it to, and so that was a little bit of a bummer. So I was pretty frustrated with that. It's not that it went terribly, I still made sales, but I will say I don't remember the numbers. I'll have to look it up and tell you guys the numbers later, but I have not made my booth fee back yet. It's been 2 days and I have not made my booth fee back yet. So we are actually going to be going to make some changes on the setup, like the layout of my booth. I know it's the middle of the market, but I just feel like the setup that I have right now is not optimal for this event, and I really need these next 2 days, today and tomorrow, to be really good. Hopefully that will encourage more people to come in and look at the other things that I have and not just the personalization. I will say I did look at my stats last night for like my top selling items so far for the weekend, and my top 5 selling items are 4 of them were personalized items and then glass cans. It's really good to know that the personalization is popular, but we're gonna make some changes and see if maybe we can get some of the other non-personalized things to start moving some more.
In my ear, we're getting out of here because you know I love it when you talk like that. I love it when you talk like that. Love it when you
Okay, so a quick update. It's already 11:30, so we've been going for about an hour and a half now, and we did the quick change this morning in about 30 minutes, and it actually has been going really, really well. So we've had 6 total sales. Okay, just wanted to come back on and do a quick update. We made the change and we went back to like my original U-shaped design, and it has been working out really, really, really well. So I'm super pleased. We've had quite a bit of sales and a lot of foot traffic through the booth, so yeah. Okay guys, so we have a little bit of a lull so I can check in with you guys. It's been very busy. Today is much different than yesterday. We are currently at 1:30 and we have 20 transactions. For sales wise, I think when I looked it was like 475-ish, something like that. So again, much better than yesterday. I think this change in setup definitely helped out, and I'm so excited. I am almost actually sold out of quite a few of the ornaments as well, and I did restock on some of them. So we'll see how that goes for the rest of today and tomorrow. We have definitely made our booth feedback now, and I'm feeling a lot more positive and encouraged now that we are at this point. And we still have like half the day to go. Yeah, so we are back home, and I just want to sit down and kind of recap the day. For today, as far as numbers go, we finished off at $847, which was way better than the last 2 days combined. Thursday, we did $272. I have my phone here with Shopify. So $272 for Thursday. And again, that was just for basically an hour and 45, because it really didn't start for me for the first hour, and then after that it was pretty dead for like the last hour or so. So that was a short amount of time for that. And then yesterday, which was Friday, we did $436. So definitely better than Thursday, but it was a full day from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So I was honestly anticipating a little bit more for that. But today, as you guys saw, we made some adjustments and made some changes to the layout, like a whole complete change. And I don't know if that played a factor into things, but I really do think that it might have. And I do have to give credit here to my husband because he was the one that encouraged me to do it. And I think it really, really paid off. Big difference from the last 2 days. If I'm being 100% honest, yesterday I left really down and disappointed. And I was just feeling like maybe this wasn't going to be worth it. And, you know, all the time and energy and effort and money and everything that has been put into this, I was just afraid that it wasn't going to be worth it. I was afraid that every day was going to be like that. And then I wouldn't really make much over my booth fee. So yeah, going into today, I was nervous. Yesterday there was lots of tears. One of the big things was, this is the longest that I've gone without seeing my kids. I've had to have help with watching my kids to be able to do this weekend, right? And so like today, so yesterday I didn't really see them much. I saw them in the morning before I left. And then by the time I got home, they were up only for a little bit, and we actually kept them up later than their bedtime just because I wanted to see them. And then that was it. They went to bed. And then this morning we got up and we took Lala to practice, and then my husband took the twins to my in-laws, and they're actually staying the night over at grandma's house. And so I don't get to see them right now. And so it was really, really hard yesterday, feeling like the sales that I did make was not worth being away from them for so long. And I was afraid that if the rest of the weekend ended up like that, then it would have been like almost for nothing. But today definitely made me feel a lot better and kind of changed my perspective on things a little bit. Because it was such a drastic difference from the last 2 days. I normally do, and you guys know this, a U-shaped setup for my booth. And that's always worked really well for me. Well, this time was the first time that I was really bringing out my laser machine at a like true 10 by 10 setup. And so I kind of had this thought of like, okay, you know, the laser will draw attention, people will be curious. That was not the case. It did garner some interest, but not as much as I was expecting it to. And that was definitely something that I learned this time around. When we were going to make the change for the display setup, I was nervous that the laser items were not going to sell as well, because we looked at the stats for, you know, what was selling, and over the last 2 days, so not including today, Thursday and Friday, 4 of my top 5 selling items were personalized items. And so I was afraid that if I moved that to the back, that no longer would be the case. Well, throughout the day, we were constantly checking the reports just to kind of see where the products were moving to in what order for the top 5. And it still remained that like the top 5, I think even like the top 6 or 7, most of those were personalized items. Also, I have never ever had, 1, this high of sales on a single day, and 2, I have never sold out or even almost sold out of anything ever at a market. And I'm actually almost sold out on some of my personalized items that I had ready made. And I have to make some more tonight, or try to make like a few more to be able to go through tomorrow. So that is just so wild to me. I've never ever experienced that. I have never even come close to selling out of something. Yesterday I called my mom because I was just feeling, like I said, really, really down and just really discouraged. So it's funny, after that conversation with my mom yesterday, and her talking about like keep going and believing in yourself, like you've come this far, and like all these encouraging things, right? We went to dinner tonight, my husband and I. We don't have the kids with us, they're at grandma's, and so we were like, all right, we're gonna go out to dinner. So we ended up going to a Chinese restaurant, and I don't know about you guys, but I am a huge believer in fortune cookies. I was talking to my husband about things, you know, business related and all that stuff. And, you know, I was telling him how it was so crazy how yesterday was so drastically different than today. And then we were even talking about previous markets, previous years, and like sales and numbers and like all the things. And to see where I'm at now versus before. And anyways, we were actually getting ready to leave the restaurant. We had already checked out, we were leaving, and I was like, oh wait, I want my fortune cookie, do you mind going to get it? So he got the cookies off the table and gave me one. Got in the car, opened it up, and read my fortune, and this is what it said. Believe in yourself. I almost cried when I read it initially, because I really needed this right now. Like before I started the market season, I think I might have mentioned it before in another video, I don't know, but I was really considering making a shift, making a change, and not continuing on with the Handmade Mom potentially, but I chose to keep going. I've already got all these markets booked. I had to, you know, make it through at least the season. And then I made the investment in the laser machine, the F1, and that's just made such a huge drastic difference. And then, you know, going through the market that I did a few weeks ago was so great. And then this one, you know, started out rough, and I was really doubting and really struggling. But then today was just so much better, and it was like, I just need to continue to believe in myself. I wouldn't have made it to this point if I didn't. Like 3 years ago, I would not have thought that I would be where I'm at now with my business. Just taking the time to look back and celebrate and, you know, tell myself I've done it, like I'm doing a good job from where I started to even just now, you know, even though I have so much more to go, right? Just believing in myself and knowing that I can do it and I can keep going. It's just something I really needed right now. So I thought that was funny. Like I said, I'm a big believer in fortune cookies, so here's more proof. By the way, at this point I have made my booth fee now. For the weekend, I will tell you, as of right now, so Thursday through Saturday, I have made $1,556. So I have made my booth fee back plus some, so tomorrow is just pure positive profit. But that's the update. That is where we are at, and I will check back in with you guys tomorrow morning. Okay. Listen. I can't include my sneeze. Nobody sneezes. Okay. Good morning, guys. So we are doing another in the car on the way to the venue chat. This morning was pretty chill. I didn't have to wake up extra early to get kids ready. We didn't have to drop kids off anywhere. And that is something that is very different. We haven't had a night without any kids in like 3 years. I think since my daughter's been born. Actually, well, there might have been like 1 or 2 nights here and there before we had the twins. But regardless, it's been a long time. And so it was very nice being able to wake up and just kind of like go at our own pace. It was also really weird because we were like, at least I was, because normally I'm like, okay, I gotta rush and then I gotta do this to get the kids ready and then we gotta go here and like this and then that. We had about an hour before we had to leave, and I felt myself starting to get like anxious because I was like, oh my god, we gotta leave so soon. still got all these things to do. Nope. I just need to get myself ready and make a coffee. I did want to come on and share with you guys before we get started with the market for today, what kind of like my thoughts are going into today and what the goal is for today. So today I am feeling good about going into today because I have the different booths set up. Yesterday it was very evident that made a big impact on things. I'm really excited to see how that goes today. I am feeling good about it. I'm feeling optimistic. I got that fortune yesterday that I shared with you guys, that believe in yourself. So I'm going into today with the mindset of like, I got this, we're gonna rock it. As far as like sales numbers today, if I can still make at least 500 today, then we're gonna say 700, and then we'll say 1,000 for like the big goal for today.
I talk about you to everybody that I know, now they all love you, 'cause you are the one who lit a fire. The way I walk, the way I talk, you lift me high. How did you flip my entire life? Everything's now upside down. I was alone in this town, thought that I had it all planned, but I finally understand. Surrender, falling on my knees, you pick me up so tender. I surrender, the great pretender. Before I met you, who was I? Now you're my center. I surrender, I built walls on the land, then I left, then I manned. All it took was a look, crumbling, the earth shook. Yeah, I surrender, falling on my knees, you pick me up so tender. Throw my hands up in the air, yeah, I adore you. There's not a single thing that I wouldn't do for you. That's how much I trust you. I let it all go. My inhibitions fall away. I'm letting you stay, 'cause I know that you'll stay for life. Everything's now upside down. I was alone in this town, thought that I had it all planned, but I finally understand. Surrender, falling on my knees, you pick me up so tender. I surrender, great pretender. Before I met you, who was I? Now you're my center. I surrender, I built walls on the land, then I left, then I manned. All it took was a look, crumbling.
Okay, so I thought I would show you guys kind of how I have it set up and how I've been using it for the weekend, because I have, you know, all of these different things. They have different fonts, different settings, like the leather is different setting than the wood versus the keychain. So I thought I would show you how I have it. So I have made different little tabs at the top. Another biscuit if you really want. And each one is set. So like for example, this one actually has a lot of my wood ornaments. And I have what it's for, and then this is a sample one, so I just copy this text underneath. Same thing, this is a red truck, so I take this if I get a red truck. And it's already set to wood. See it better. Yeah, it's already set to wood, so then all I have to do, my settings are already good. My settings are already good here. So then all I have to do is just change the name, size it up, and good to go.
Hey y'all, so I just wanted to share with you guys, I met one of my amazing viewers and subscribers, so I wanted to say hi. Say hi. Say hi, Mama.
No? Okay.
So her business is Garden of the Lillies. I will leave her information linked down below. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hi. Hey y'all, so we are here at the end of the video. If you made it this far, I appreciate you so much, because I know it was a long one. But I wanted to show you guys, you know, as much of this process as possible from the start of application all the way through the actual market. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let's do a quick little recap on just kind of the overall weekend. It has been a little bit since the market ended that I'm recording this ending, just because it has been so crazy busy. So let's just do a quick recap. First off, application process honestly wasn't
that bad. It was pretty standard. There's probably like a little bit more questions in there than usually are with applications to markets, but overall that wasn't such a hard process. And then getting into the market and getting like that wait time basically from application to response really wasn't as long as I was expecting it to. I had applied for another market with a different company, and that wait time was actually much longer than this one was. So that was really nice, and a little surprise when I got it on, I think it was a Sunday evening. So that was really nice. And then as far as prepping for a show this size, it was definitely the most that I have ever prepped ever. But I was kind of, I think I mentioned this a little bit in the video, I was kind of focusing on prepping for the whole season and not just for one show at a time, because I had so many shows and I have multiple that are like back-to-back weekends. So I don't have the time to be able to focus on just creating product for every single show as I need it. So it was a lot to prep for this one, but I have to keep in mind that, again, I was prepping for the entire season, so that definitely played a factor. Now coming up to market weekend, that was, honestly, it was so much fun. I met so many amazing people, and overall, I really actually enjoyed this market. I was definitely the most nervous that I've ever been at a show as we were leading up to this one, but the atmosphere, the other vendors, the shoppers there, the people who were running around and doing all the different market setup things and helping vendors and doing all that stuff, they were so sweet, they were so kind, and so helpful. So that was really nice. Okay, so the big thing that I wanted to chat with you guys about on the actual whole market weekend, and we'll talk about numbers here in a minute. I'll show the final numbers and all of that, but I wanted to talk with you guys about the booth rearrangement of the layout, because that was wild. I've never done that in the middle of a market, never in 30 minutes or less. Like, it takes me such a long time to even get my booth set up initially. So yeah, that was very stressful. I was so stressed out during that time where we were rearranging, because it was like the time was just ticking down faster and faster, and we weren't done, and it was a lot. That was probably the most stressed out I was all weekend. Actually, I don't know, maybe a close second, because the whole laptop thing was also pretty stressful. But on that, I actually realized now that I probably could have just gone onto my iPad and connected that to the F1 and ran personalization with that. But yeah, now I know. So next time if something happens, I have that backup plan. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the booth rearrangement. It can be very scary. It definitely was very scary to rearrange my booth, and honestly I was thinking we were not going to do that, because we got there so late. But my husband was so adamant on it. He's like, we have to do this. He's like, no, I think you need to do this. And so we did. We rearranged the whole booth, and like I mentioned, it was definitely the right decision to do. I am very thankful that we did that. So thank you to my husband for suggesting it and for pushing me to do it even in a small time crunch. Let's talk numbers. Like I mentioned, don't normally talk about numbers when it comes to my markets or the things, how much I sell and like all of that stuff. But I figured this would be an interesting one to share that with. If you're doing research to maybe figure out if you're wanting to apply for or participate in a large market at this scale, then hopefully this information is helpful for you too. Just keep in mind that whatever my numbers are is not going to be a guarantee of what your numbers could be at a market, because there's so many different factors that go into that. So just take this information with a grain of salt. Something that I do want to mention, and actually I'll go back and tell you on Thursday. So on Thursday, where I had my vending machine originally set up, I noticed that there wasn't a lot of interest or use of the vending machine within those first 2 days. And so I can tell that because of the discounts that were applied to my sales. I do have free items, but then I also have discounts as well. So I do have that inputted here. So on Thursday, we had $272 in sales, and there was no discounts to that. There really wasn't many people who used or saw the vending machine on that first day. Now Friday, we had a little bit more use of the vending machine, but we did $454 in sales. We had $17.10 in discounts. So our net sales was $436.90. So a little bit more usage of the vending machine, but I definitely did have to talk about it and point it out more than I did the next 2 days. The next day, which was Saturday, we did $924 in total sales. We had $76.40 in discounts. So our net sales is $847.60. So clearly there was a big jump in sales between, you know, the previous 2 days and this one on Saturday. Again, I attribute a lot of that to the booth change that we did. So yeah, and then on top of that, where the vending machine was, there was a lot more interest. I didn't have to point it out as much. People would come up and actually look at that specifically before they even looked at product. So that also reflects here as well. You see a lot more usage of the vending machine. The last day, which was Sunday, was not as good as I was hoping that it would be. We did not hit our goal that we originally had set, but for the overall weekend, I was pretty pleased with how things went. So let me give you Sunday's numbers. So Sunday, we sold $390 and we had $4.20 in discounts. So our net sales were $385.80. It was about the same as the first 2 days. Saturday was definitely where it was at. Saturday was definitely the savior of the weekend for me. Overall, the entire weekend, Thursday through Sunday, we had a total of $2,040 in sales. We had discounts that totaled $97.70. And then for our net sales, we ended at $1,942.30. So overall, I am very pleased with that. That is the most that I have ever sold at any market of any size. So I'm definitely happy with that. I definitely think that it was worth it to give this market a try. And as far as next year goes, I am probably going to give it a try again. I'm gonna apply and see if I can get in again and give it another go. Because I really, really wonder if my booth setup that I had on the first 2 days, if I didn't do it that way and I had put it how we ended up having it from the beginning, I wonder what kind of impact or what kind of difference that would have made in terms of sales on those first 2 days. My top selling items were mostly personalized items, which is really, really amazing. It makes me so happy to see that. That means that the laser was a good investment, which reminds me, the on-the-spot personalization actually went really, really well. I did forget that I had a booth with electricity, like it came with it, it was part of the thing. I didn't necessarily need my portable power station, but hey, I used it the whole weekend and we didn't run out of power at any point, so that's good to know for future markets where I don't have electricity access. I think I've covered everything. If I missed something and you're curious about it, leave a comment down below, let me know. Thank you again so much for watching this video. I know it was a long one. I hope that you enjoyed it and seeing the process from application to market. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. It helps out me and my channel so much. Also, if you have not already, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications. That way you don't miss any future videos that I post. I have some market vlogs. I have some behind the scenes. I also have a new series that I'm going to be starting here pretty soon, and I am so excited to share that with you guys. So if you are interested in any of those, be sure to subscribe and have those notifications turned on. All right, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you again so much for watching. Bye, y'all.